Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you why I like to use FibaFuse drywall tape on repairs for cracks and tape joint repairs, and then why I like to use the drywall paper tape for inside corners. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to show you how I mix up the all-purpose joint compound to get a perfect corner every time without bubbles, blisters, or too thick a mud. And if you missed part 1 of this video series, I'll leave a link down in the description, but it was a hideous DIY wallpaper removal project gone wrong. So check that out. Be sure to watch for a skim coating video link right at the very end of this video. You can just click on it and see how I skim these walls to a smooth, slick finish with a skim coat. Alright, so the first thing I had to do was just remove any loose debris with my 6-inch taping knife and a razor knife. Again, there was wallpaper removed, so I got to peel any little pieces off, and it also pulled some of the brown paper. So basically what I'm going to have to do is retape this inside angle or corner using a paper tape, and then a flat horizontal joint that I'm going to repair with the FibaFuse. You can see the homeowners gouge this stuff pretty bad. So if you've exposed the brown drywall paper, you're going to need to use a special sealer primer called Guards. It's a problem surface sealer that seals up the brown torn drywall paper and also wallpaper adhesive. You definitely need to use this if you're going to be skim coating. That prevents blistering and bubbling. Alright, so all you got to do is just roll it on. I'm using a little whizzy roller just to spread it out. It is kind of watery, so you want to not put too much on the wall, but you can work it out either way. So you're just going to add the Guards and roll it out over all the surfaces. These surfaces were dusty along with the wallpaper glue residue, so if you don't have wallpaper glue or brown paper, you could just prime it with the regular primer or wipe it down with a wet sponge. Alright, so some of you have probably heard of the FibaFuse drywall tape. The reason why I like to use it on repairs is it's a fiberglass mat, which when you mud it with the all-purpose joint compound or setting compound, it actually absorbs the joint compound and becomes one with the joint compound, which gives it all kinds of strength. I also recommend wearing a 2-strap mask to protect your lungs, and also safety glasses with the FibaFuse, because it does have little fiberglass particles that fly around when you're using it. So the first thing I'm going to do is this horizontal tape joint with the FibaFuse. I've already pre-cut a couple pieces. I'm going to go ahead and just get some all-purpose joint compound in just the joint to bed the FibaFuse. You want to spread it pretty liberally. You don't want to go too thin with it. Basically, you're just going to press it into place and then pull with your 6-inch taping knife. I like to use the 6-inch knife because it's pretty stiff and pulls the tape real good. So got the mud on there, you just want to wipe it, and then you're going to want to put another light coat over the top of it. Try and keep it clean. You don't want any humps, bumps, lines, or anything. I did thin down the joint compound just a little bit to get any air pockets or air bubbles out. So I'm just going over it, going to make sure I don't leave any big lines or anything. I am going to be skim coating over this area, so I'm just going to get this bedded, and then the skim coating's going to do the rest. Got one more area, and that's pretty much good to go. It goes really quick. Next, I'm going to do this inside corner. Notice how I'm placing the mud just in the corner. I don't want to make a big mess with the mud. Again, you want to put it on pretty liberal. I'll be using the paper tape on this. It's got a crease that folds, so you can get a nice crisp corner. Again, I'm just getting the mud up so then I can bed the tape. See how tight that is? You don't want any big lines or bumps. You want pretty consistent. Again, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how I mix the tape for the corners and the paper tape. You want to mix it a little soupier than usual. So I'm just measuring it out from the floor to the top of the joint. There's a crease in the middle, easily folds right down the middle. Now you want to point it and place it in the corner. I'm just barely going to touch it so it sticks in the mud. Now this part is crucial if you don't want to get a big crinkle. You want to start in the middle and go up with your knife. A little bit of pressure, you don't want to put too much, and then you go down and bring it out. Same on the other side. Up from the middle and back down. Brings a little joint compound out and beds the tape. Another swipe, clean it up, push it in. Make sure there are no bubbles, or shouldn't be, if you follow this technique. Now some people say don't go over it again with some mud, but I like to just do a thin coat right over the top of the bedded tape. I never had a problem with it, and it kind of saves a whole round of mudding. One more pull, nice and tight. And you want to get any edges. My point is minimal sanding. We are going to be skim coating over this, but you still want to go nice and tight. That way you don't have to sand hardly at all after the skim coats. I've already hit the walls with the guards, so I'll come back and hit these brown paper areas. All right, there's the corner and the horizontal. Gonna head over and do a quick demo on that crack that I showed at the beginning of the video. This wall was even more hideous than the wallpaper. It was the mirror mastic, wall-to-floor mirrors had been up there. All right, so here's the crack. I did put a couple screws. You always want to see if you can put some fasteners in, and there was a couple studs that I put the fasteners in to stop any movement. Just going to put a thin coat of the joint compound to bed the FibaFuse. This whole wall is going to end up getting skim coated as well. I got a video that I'll put up in the YouTube card now, and you can just click on that and watch that video. All right, got the FibaFuse pre-cut. Got another spot I want to add some mud to. I did not edit any of this. I just wanted you to see the whole process. It's going to be real quick. Just right along where the crack is. It's actually a tape joint that cracked. So I'm going to be skim coating. Wipe it from the middle, applying pressure liberally, and then wipe the opposite way from the middle. And you're pretty much good to go. I'm going to go over it one more time like I did on the other horizontal tape joint repair. And then again, put pressure, but not too much, and wipe out any lines that your knife might cause. So this will dry pretty quick. I'd say within 3 to 4 hours you can recoat it, or in this case I'm going to be skim coating, so I got a little more time. Let me know in the comments if you're a DIYer, a contractor, painter, handyman. Just kind of curious. So I'm going to show you how to do an inside corner with just regular drywall paper tape, and then a 6-inch to wipe it down. So all-purpose joint compound. You want to make it a little soupy. This has not been mixed up at all. So it's best for corners, inside corners, to make it a little soupy. Not too soupy, but I'll show you about how thick you want it. I got a little container I use to pour water in, instead of just guessing. I can control it easier. And if you got too much water, you just dump it out as you go. get it all mixed up, get it off the corners or the sides, because that's going to stay a little thicker if you don't get it off. So just get it off the sides, turn your pan around, like a little more water. The corners go a lot easier if you have it kind of soupy. If it's too thick, then you might get some bumps under the tape that are hard to get out once you get the tape bedded. So that looks pretty good. Again, just regular paper tape. Let's do this. But if you watch this whole video, leave a hashtag drywall tube in the comments. That way I know who's watching these videos. And if you want to step up your drywall, texturing, or painting game, be sure to hit that round icon in the middle of the screen now to keep up with all my latest videos. If you've got a friend that's a contractor or DIYer, be sure to share this video with them on Facebook or Twitter. Thanks so much for watching.